Stop. If you are about to drop thousands of dollars on a new high-resolution camera right now, you need to freeze. You are about to make a massive mistake. For the last 3 years, the camera industry has been pulling the wool over our eyes. They have been brainwashing us into believing that speed is the only thing that matters. They have pushed faster burst rates, stacked sensors, and AI tracking while they quietly sacrifice the one thing that actually defines a great photograph: pure, unadulterated image quality. We have been sold on the fastest cameras, but we have lost the best images. But the era of compromise is finally coming to an end. Leaked supply chain reports from 2026 confirm that Nikon is finally stepping up to stop the madness. They aren't just releasing a new camera. They are dropping a bomb on the industry. This isn't just an upgrade. It is a literal medium format killer. Meet the Nikon Z7 III. If you shoot landscapes, commercial portraits, or fine art, this is the machine you have been waiting your entire life for. This leak has Sony and Canon absolutely terrified. They didn't see this coming. And once you see the specs, you will understand why the throne is about to change hands. The heart of the Z7 III is a rumored 67.5 megapixel BSI sensor. Let that number sink in for a second. We aren't talking about a minor 2 or 5 megapixel bump from the old 45 megapixel standard we have been stuck with for years. This is a deliberate, aggressive move by Nikon to bridge the gap between full frame and medium format. For years, if you wanted this kind of detail, you had to spend $15,000 on a Fuji or a Hasselblad. Nikon just changed the rules of the game. But here is the genius part of the design that most people are missing. Nikon specifically chose a non-stacked sensor. This is a bold move. While the rest of the world is chasing electronic shutter speeds and zero blackout, Nikon chose purity. By avoiding the stacked design, they have maximized the signal-to-noise ratio and base ISO performance to a degree we have never seen in a full-frame body. We are looking at a native ISO of 64. The Z7 III is expected to deliver a mind-bending 15.5 stops of dynamic range. To put that in perspective, we are talking about shadow recovery and highlight retention that used to require a massive digital back. You can now shoot directly into the sun and still pull out details in the deepest shadows that look completely natural, not digital. But resolution isn't even the craziest part of this leak. The real unfair advantage that makes this a Sony killer comes from Nikon's recent buyout of Red Digital Cinema. This is the moment the industry changed forever. The Z7 III is expected to be the first still-centric camera to feature the REDIPP to color pipeline. This is the secret sauce. What does that mean for you? It means your out-of-camera photos and your internal 8K video will no longer have that clinical, cold video look. Instead, you are getting Red's world-class organic color science. We are talking about Hollywood-level skin tones. We are talking about highlight roll-offs so smooth they feel alive. It is a marriage of two absolute titans. Nikon's legendary optics meet Red's legendary color. This is a combination that Sony and Canon simply cannot match because they don't have the Red DNA dot to handle all of this massive data. Nikon is dropping in the new Expeed 8 processor. This chip is a beast, but it's not built for what you think. It isn't built to shoot 120 frames per second for sports. It is built for surgical, mathematical precision. It introduces a brand new era of texture-based autofocus. This is a revolutionary shift. Instead of just looking for eyes or faces, the AI can recognize and lock onto complex textures. It can track distant rock formations in a landscape. It can lock onto specific fabric weaves in a fashion shoot. It can even find architectural lines in heavy mist or low contrast conditions, with low light sensitivity dropping down to -9 electron volts. This camera can literally find focus in near total darkness where the human eye sees nothing physically. Nikon finally listened to the purists and the professionals who actually spend 10 hours a day with a camera in their hand. The Z7 III body is a direct nod to the ergonomics of the legendary D850, a camera many still consider the greatest DSLR ever made. It features a robust, deep grip that fits your hand like a glove. It has a dedicated focus mode button exactly where it should be. The body is a rugged magnesium alloy, fully weather-sealed to withstand a dust storm or a rainforest. Yet, it stays compact enough to fit into a standard hiker's backpack. On the video side, this thing is a stealth powerhouse. Thanks to the RED partnership, it shoots internal 12-bit NRAW and ProRes RAW at 8K 30p. And if 67 megapixels somehow isn't enough for you, the Enhanced Pixel Shift Multi-Shot mode is the best in the business. It leverages the Expeed 8 chip to eliminate motion artifacts in real time. This gives you usable to 100+ megapixel files in real-world conditions, not just in a perfectly still studio. Think about what this actually does for your workflow. 67.5 megapixels isn't just a number on a spec sheet. It is freedom. It is the freedom to find a new photo inside the one you already took. Imagine capturing a wide landscape at sunrise. Later, at your desk, you realize the composition could be stronger if you cropped in. With this sensor, you can crop 50% into your frame and still have more resolution than a standard professional camera. It turns your prime lenses into virtual zoom lenses. For commercial photographers, this is a safety net. When a client demands a crop for a vertical billboard from a horizontal shot, you won't break a sweat. The detail is already there. Every thread, every pore, every leaf is rendered with a lifelike quality that makes the viewer feel like they are standing in the room. This is the difference between taking a picture and capturing a moment in time. What is the real damage to your wallet? This is where Nikon is going for the throat. By skipping the insanely expensive stack sensor technology, which most landscape and portrait photographers don't even need, Nikon is keeping the launch price around $3,500. This is a direct, calculated attack on the Sony A7 RV and the Canon R5 Mark II. Nikon is offering significantly more resolution, better dynamic range, and that legendary red color science for the exact same price. They are reclaiming the throne. They are telling the world that the high-resolution stills market is not only alive, but it is the future of professional imaging. This camera represents a return to photography as an art form. It is a tool for people who shoot with intention, not just speed. It is for the landscape photographer who waits for hours for the light to hit the peak of a mountain. It is for the fashion photographer who needs to see the texture of the silk. It is for the artist who cares less about how many frames they can fire per second and more about making sure that one frame is perfect. In a world of spray and pray photography, the Z7 III is a precision instrument. It forces you to slow down. It rewards your patience. It honors your craft. I have seen a lot of cameras come and go, but the Nikon Z7 III feels different. It feels like the camera we were promised 5 years ago, but never got. It stops the mindless specs race and starts a quality race. If you value the soul of an image, if you want your photos to have a depth that people can feel, this is your next camera. It turns resolution into a creative weapon. It allows you to see the world in a way you never thought possible. This isn't just another piece of gear. It is a statement of who you are as a creator. Nikon is betting everything on the idea that purity still matters. And looking at these leaks, it's a bet they are going to win. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Share this with your fellow photographers who are tired of the hype. And hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on these 2026 leaks as they happen. This is a turning point for all of us. What do you think? Is 67.5 megapixels the sweet spot for you? Or is that just too much data for your computer to handle? Does the red color science finally make you want to switch to Nikon? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.